there, partner.
The glorious pain. I know
We're back.
the cameraman.
What the hell is up, dudes?
Feeling good, man. Jim, you're looking sweet through the lenses tonight, man. Sick hat too.
Thank you. That's courtesy of TS. It's a
really?
Quater brand Travis Matthews till I die, even though they don't make pants my size. That's a whole other issue we'll get into. What you been up to, guys? Boog, what's going on? What's school like? What's been happening? I see you got the proper propped up behind you.
You know, gotta be festive, you know. Friday, St. Patrick's Day. But yeah, man, just a whole lot of school. Ready to get back, ready to see Pollo, ready to get the Piz. Thursday, man.
Ready to get the Piz is right. When do you come back? Thursday?
Yeah. So I take a exam at 9 and should be out by, you know, between 10 and 12 on the road. So
Perfect.
It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow and Thursday, so hopefully roads are good and take it slow.
I know. I saw it look like a bunch of slush coming up 80 right now. Still a shithole, but you got change. You'll make it work.
Good things to listen to, man.
Exactly.
Make that ride nice, you know?
Yeah.
Ariel this week has been on fire. He's had a couple good ones. I'm sure we'll get into the old Jack Shore saga as we go, but that was classic. Kev, what have you been up to? You looking good? You get a haircut?
No, you know what, man? All the hats are in the car. So I'm like, I ain't going on with fluff, man. I had to do something.
I like
so
it.
I'm like, shoot, I got to get ready like I'm going to school, man.
Nice.
But clean shave, I think, is always got to clean up pre-show, man. I had a lot of rough and scruff. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't going on the tube with that. Get out of here.
Hey,
Get out of here.
That's why we appreciate you.
But no, man, feeling good. Just plugging away with school. Just piggybacking off Boog, man. Like, dude, my voice is dying. Heavy winds today. Kids were just bananas. I'm like, bring it in, game two. And they're like, are you sick? And I'm like, no, I'm losing my voice. And you guys, I can't talk through this wind today. I got dominated. Oh my God. They ran all over me. I couldn't get them to do nothing except one game. I got one out of them. And I'm like, all right.
What was it?
Doctor tag.
What is this?
Yeah.
Sounds
so
like
on the team, so you got two teams.
Right.
And each team's got two doctors. Okay. So when team one gets to tag team two, okay. So if you get tagged on team two, you got to freeze.
Mm-hmm.
But the only people that can save you are the doctors. The other team doesn't know who they are.
So it's like
tag,
freeze
you can
tag.
run up and just nail a kid, and that's the doctor or one of them. And the game gets tight.
Right.
Like that guy's unfrozen or is now frozen for the game. So yeah, one team's in pennies, one team isn't. So it's clear to know, but you don't know who the doctor is. So that game was all right, got a little flow, but after that, like, oh my goodness, I don't know. They were just wild.
Yeah, well, nothing's worse than the win because you can't really cancel anything for it. So you're still doing your full activities, but it's just
it got like kind of sunny, and then it was a little damp. But dude, second year pavement, all sun. There's no tree blockage, dude. Shunk. Like it could rain for hours and then give me sun for 10. We're out. That blacktop's amazing. And so that's why it's like there's really never any questionables unless I see puddles. Puddles, I'm like, I'm out. But if it's just kind of like we might be ice skating in Wisconsin on the top, just like a little glaze, you know?
There was nothing better.
I'm gonna play.
Nothing better than back in the day if your school had like a map painted on the ground. It gets super slick during the rain. I don't know if you guys would do that. But take a nice running start and hit a hockey stop across the old USA. Good times. Boog, your Broncos making moves. How are we feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Went out, got two O-line guys. Great to see the Niners.
Big time. McGlinchey's big time.
Yeah, my uncle and cousin who are big Niners fans said, "Oh, overpaid for him, but you know what? It was a necessity, and we had to fill it. So we got him, and then got a guy from Baltimore Powers, who they were saying was a pretty good get. Didn't think they were going to get him. and then lost Draymond Jones, which hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? He didn't really embrace being a Bronco, and you know what? For me,
is that more important than the stats?
That's half the battle. So, yeah. So we picked up a guy who's used to Vance Joseph's, our new D coordinator's defense, to replace him. Same Zach Allen, and so yeah, we're ready to roll. We got the backup for the Bengals, Ryan, who was kind of shouldering the load all year.
Third down goal line guy.
Yeah,
Or
we
Kev
signed him,
Cal.
and he's good at receiving back in Sean Payton's offense. And we got a sick backup, that Stidman guy. Sorry, I don't mean to.
Oh no, you're good. No. Please do. We love to hear what the Broncos' future is looking like. I saw a thing today said they were the big winners of free agency so far. I know it's been 2 days, but that's good sign for
Walmart
Boog Meek.
money.
Do you think Russell's bought into the old Bronco way, or do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he has no choice because he didn't perform last year.
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted Sean Payton. He's got the contract. This is it. But they're saying they're shopping Courtland Sutton and they're taking calls on all wide receivers. So I don't know. And they were heavy on that Lazard guy. So we'll see.
That's sick. And then
Lazard already signed though.
I know. But they just were reported that they were invested highly on him, but couldn't get him.
Now, who else is still out there, wide receiver wise? OBJ hasn't been touched in 2 years. Is that something you would like in Denver?
I wouldn't say no, but
right.
I don't know.
Not something
I say keep it how it is.
Okay.
But what's his face? Brandon Cooks wants to get traded, and he's former Sean Payton guy, so maybe him.
Damn. Broncos filling out, and then the Raiders look like they're just filling out with old Patriots. They're just fucking, I don't know what's
great
going
news
on
the Jimmy G side. Great news. I'll play him twice a year, every freaking day of the week.
The problem with Jimmy G is he's not going to win you games. He's not going to lose you games. He's just going to be a very average QB, I feel like. So if you're fine playing that, I'd rather play Carr over Jimmy G twice a year. I hate to say it. Yeah.
Carr carves up the Broncos every year.
Well, every
year.
It sounds like a Broncos issue, not.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens there. And then your Lakers, Braun Soup still out, but that's all right. But D'Angelo looking like he's going to carry the load.
Applause for this kind of stretch. Tough Sunday L. The coach inside me was just losing it. How do you go from 20 seconds, you score, cut it to 2, and you don't foul until there's 5 seconds left?
It's tough.
Horrible.
Were you yelling at the TV?
Yes. Texting my dad, just like, what? When there's 1 minute left, do you go for a steal? Stuff like that. But when there's 30 seconds left, time is everything.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they're slowly starting to figure out how to play LeBron loose, which is good. But I don't know if it's going to fuck him up when he comes back. Is it just going to be a completely different team all over again? I don't know. Have you guys been watching any of the World Baseball Classic, Kev?
Oh, yeah. Invested.
Yeah, that's all Kev.
Sure.
Yeah?
But, oh, yeah, for sure. But NFL-wise, shout out to the Detroit Lions. 2 cornerback signings, 1 a former Niner. And a confusing signing, but I'll take it. David Montgomery, Chicago Bears. 3-year, $18 million for Detroit. So I was like, what does that mean, Jamal Williams? I don't know. Dang. Like D Swift and David Montgomery, I'm cool with, but I'm like, injury prone. We need Jay Will. And low key, let's get a phone call for Courtland Sutton. I'll take him 100%.
Shit, man. I don't know what we're doing, but
round picks go in the NFL now. It's just like, man, I would be sending my 4 every year to go get me a Pro Bowler. Like, are you kidding me?
For sure.
Like, I'll sell a 4 for sure. But anyway, but yeah, shoot, you know what? I forgot your original question.
Oh, I was just talking about World Baseball Classic. Well, I wanted to start. Have we talked about the pitch clock at all here?
Go ahead, my bad.
No, have we talked about the pitch clock at all? I wanted to get your thoughts on how. I mean, I guess we have probably 3 weeks under our belt now of using the pitch clock. What do you think about it so far? And pros, cons? Are you for it?
I mean, I'm fine with it. Right now in the baseball classic, it's 2022 rules. So there's no pitch clock,
Right.
and you can do a hella overshifts if you want. But yeah, no, I'm fine with it because I mean, again, if it speeds the game up, like that's fine. Like again, it is you're just cutting out downtime, and you did other things like you added bigger bases. So like like in the spring training, there's already stats out saying like this is what's happening to the game. I'm like, okay, we're getting more hits, more steals, more runs, and it's a shorter game. I mean, it's just like as close to arena baseball as you can get it.
Ooh, arena
Like,
baseball. That would be
you know what I'm
sick.
saying? Like
Close
MLB
it in.
Slugfest PS2, like 22-20, I'm hitting the fire bat. But yeah, like I think it's going to be good. I don't know. I think I understand the rigidness and how long baseball has been,
Right.
very just plain and the same for so long that people have just grown accustomed to it. But I mean, with the other stats that are involved, I think the pitch clock is just one of those other stats that is just a part of the game, and everyone's saying like the analysis of guys, like what you have to take in, when you can get 45 seconds to think about like sequence, like nuanced stuff. But, 20 seconds now is just, hey man, breathe, be on time, react. Like you can't really get too much more in depth because you have to be ready at 7 seconds.
Exactly.
So for a hitter, you've got pretty much 10. You catch, I'm getting ready to release, like on release, that thing's starting. You're probably just like getting to a glove.
Could
or,
you imagine Nomar
like getting a
Garcia-Parra?
step back, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, overall, I think it'll be good for the game. But World Baseball Classic, man, it's getting tight now. It's getting tight. But there's some crazy stuff that's been going on. But I've been definitely into it for sure.
I like it. What crazy stuff's been going on? Like the USA being overrated as fuck, or what?
Oh, I got to take a bone with the USA on this one. I say it's because the pitching staff isn't loaded. That lineup is sick. Like even their backups when they come into play, like they've got all-stars, position players everywhere. That part of the game is like if they perform, great, because they should. But if they don't, it's like we really didn't have too many other better hitters that we could have brought out. Like pretty darn stacked offensive wise. So it's the pitching and it's the bullpen and the starters. It's because you don't have like Scherzer, Verlander, Kershaw, like just more household names, So that's just going to be a big thing for them moving forward. They got one more game tomorrow.
And they have
last
to
game of pool play.
Win to be in, right? Or are they already through?
No, they got to win for sure. Because if they lose, then it gets crazy. If they win, they punch a ticket. Yeah. So, and they're playing a team that's lost 2 in a row. So trends are crazy. Pitching might be light for Colombia is who they're playing. So yeah, if they win, they're in, and then everybody's in the quarterfinal. But there was one pool, 5 teams that all went 2-2.
Oh, geez. So does it go to like run differential or something like that?
Yes, it's a ratio of basically. It's basically like how many runs you allowed in the whole tournament divided by how many outs you recorded in the whole tournament. So sometimes you don't record the last 24 out or the last 3 outs.
Right.
So some games you have 27, some games you have 24. Or if you go extra innings, so that was the ratio. So a team that started, they were like in first place at some point, ended up getting 5th because their runs were the worst, 2-2. And then when you get 5th, you're disqualified for next year. You have to re-qualify in. So they were feeling good, and then just went shlunk. Yeah, dude. And then the big rise was Cuba. Cuba was awful. I watched their second game.
I thought you were going to go the other way. I thought they'd been winning. Wow.
No, well, now they got a trend. They've won 2 in a row. But the first 2, they just looked dead. And I'm like, what a disappointment.
Exactly.
Like 0-2 Cuba. Like you guys are already fried.
Who do they have playing? Do they have anyone good playing for them?
Yeah, they got a couple legit. I got some legit guys, good pros, or MLB guys, pitching and hitting. But yeah, they ended up winning the pool.
Oh wow!
And so so they play at like 3 a.m. against Australia, who got second place in Pool B. That was won by Japan, 4-0. They killed everybody.
That's kind of a stacked bracket.
Which one?
The Japan bracket. Did you
Mm-mm.
say they're all in that one?
No, Japan's
I thought you
bracket was
said they
kind
were
of
all.
soft.
Oh, they're probably throwing a meatball to old Shohei for that one.
Oh, Shohei was the player of the tournament, or the player of the pool. He had like 8 ribbies in 4 games, had a pitching win. I think he had like 2 tanks. I'm like, man,
Did you
this dude
see
is.
the Czech pitcher who was sitting like 78 all game, struck him out? I think he was like a mechanic in the daytime mechanic, and then goes and plays ball at night. Just so sick.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, and that's just like the epitome of what the World Baseball Classic can be. It's just like any guy at any given time can get any given name and guy.
Right.
So it's such a cool moment. Like some dude, 21-year-old guy on Nicaragua, struck out, I don't know, 3 noteworthy Dominican Republic guys in a row, got signed by the Tigers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just boom.
Oh wow.
Right there in the Classic, was just on the team and just struck out the side. Those 3 guys.
Just a contract.
Welcome to Detroit, bro.
Here's a millie.
Yeah, seriously. But it's been a good Classic overall, though.
That's sick. I wish they were at better game times. Even like USA is playing at fucking like 9 p.m. I'm like, I don't want to stay up and watch a 3-hour game at 9, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's tough because the other game, usually the 4 o'clock window, pushes longer. So yeah, sometimes the U.S. does start at like 8 because they're always slated for 7. They're always going to be at that prime slot.
Right.
Yeah.
Kev, who was the team you said like they were started hot and then they fell off?
I think it was the Netherlands in Pool A. They ended up not making it, and they were 2-0.
Oh, because I was going to say it sounded like B. Hill's 12-year-old year for Kevy.
It was just, that was it, man. We were kind of like Chinese Taipei. We were feeling good, loving life, and then we just got Muhammad Ali, and then all of a sudden we were back. Lights were out. But yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, USA's got a win in their end, and I think it's looking like Canada or Mexico would be second place, and then Venezuela already in with Pool D, and then Puerto Rico versus Dominican Republic.
Wow, that's a game.
4 o'clock tomorrow decides second place.
That's a Kev Cal game right there.
Ooh, bro, I am peeved, dude. I have a dentist appointment at 4.
Oh, that's
I'm already going to be late to it because I'm going to be wiggling through traffic.
This guy freaking appointments, getting water during span krill.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Dude, I mean, I scheduled
the
this
water
thing
break
because I had to cancel like January. I had like a faculty meeting. I'm like, I can't miss these. And then I'm like, okay.
Faculty stand.
Yeah, I mean, it might just be dentist, cruise over to Chipotle that's close by. I've already got solid whites, man. I'm decent. And then we just go watch the DR or Puerto Rico because they might be playing USA.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one.
That's nice.
In Miami, too. It's a sick environment, bro. Gonna be lit in there.
They're gonna be crazy.
Oh my god, dude! Like 3 or 4 of my former teammates are gonna be there, dude. I see them on their stories. Jealous, man, but it's gonna be sick in there.
That's super sick. Have you ever been to a World Baseball Classic?
No, but it makes me kind of want to itch to look into what would be it's like the World Cup, so it'd be 27.
Yeah, every 4.
Yeah. Or this might technically still be 2022, so it might actually be 2026, and then they get back on track.
That would make more sense. It'd be weird having one of those things on an odd year. That just feels fucking not right.
Yeah.
Boog, how did we feel about Great Britain's fucking uniforms? Just the simple plain text.
I mean, yeah, they were bad, but I'll say this.
Bad?
On TikTok, freaking so many people were like, "Oh, you guys had us, or we played you in your sport, and it was 0-0. So we're gonna kick your ass, blah, blah, blah." And then fucking Trace Thompson just fucking sends one to the moon, and he won. I was like, good. Right. Same with Mexico. They did the same thing all over TikTok, and then Mexico just spanked them. And what was up with Will Smith not dapping up?
Yeah.
Dodgers, bro. Fucking Dodgers.
Those are your boys, Boog. He used to be a Dodger guy.
Hey, Puig and Hanley, baby. Those are the days.
Is Puig playing in this Classic?
Mm-mm.
Damn.
Okay.
Speaking of Puig, Bauer's taking the old Puig route. You get a catch a case, you go play in Japan, and they'll wipe it clean for you. That's crazy.
I expect it.
I was surprised. Yes, yeah, I was surprised nothing with MLB, but
I know
shoot,
that's because he was kind of cleared, right? I mean, I didn't
thought so.
that was my understanding. So for him
Billy.
to not go
Sound
back,
Billy.
But yeah, if he just hucks a year, wins a Japanese Cy Young, whatever that award's called, he's gonna just destroy that
Japanese.
league, and then come right back to the MLB probably.
No, that would be perfect. He'd honestly probably make more money doing it that way. I feel like he can make racks out in Japan. I feel like they have crazy incentive deals. Yeah, World Baseball Classic. I love it. I don't know how I feel about the pitch clock yet. I feel like I'm kind of on board with you though. Boog, no,
Hate it.
Yeah,
Hate it.
Why? Let's hear it.
I just hate how there's moments where like it could be a 3-2 count, bases loaded, and then like the inning could be over, or like it could be an automatic walk. I mean, it's just like are we serious here? That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I get like you could speed up innings and stuff like that, but it's like I don't know. It's kind of like the basketball stuff we talk about, where it's like kind of like a certain like time, or like maybe like seventh and like towards the ninth inning, you kind of let it go, no pitch clock or something like that. But it's just I don't know. It's not baseball to me.
Would you be okay if the time duration was longer, but the clock? So instead of like 20 seconds, it would be 30, and then or like it was just a standard pitch clock, like no deviation. It was just
I would say like as long as
30, probably 30 seconds.
Yeah, like I saw something on Twitter that said like Bryce Harper's ginormous home run in the ALCS wouldn't have been counted.
But that's because the rule wasn't in place. Yeah.
No, I know, but it's just like.
But I've also seen one where a guy strikes out the side, and in that time there was one pitch thrown in a playoff game. You know what I mean? So I've seen it both ways, where between guys calling timeout, throwing over, stepping off. I mean, at some point it does get a little ridiculous. But yeah,
I like the no shift.
The no shift's fun, and I like how it kind of adds the element. I forget who was doing it, throwing the outfielders out and like right off of the cutoff instead of an infielder from the other side of the field. I don't know. I like it all. I feel like it adds another game within the game. Changes shit up, makes it a little bit more interesting.
Are they still doing the extra inning shit?
I think
on second.
Yeah.
That is horrible. That is like travel ball 101. It's gone or no? They're doing it.
No, it's on. Like they're continuing it.
Oh my god! What is happening?
I don't know. Between that and the biggest bases, it does seem kind of clownish. You know what I mean? Like, why don't we just add the red base?
Extra inning second base. What did you say, Kev?
The bigger bases, insane. I mean, how many replays have we seen where it's like foot bag or like close? It's literally 3 feet closer to you now.
Yeah,
because it's 3
inches.
Might be inches.
Yeah,
inches. My fault. 3 inches. 3 inches, yeah.
But 3 inches each way is a lot. I mean,
it's massive. Like you're talking about a bigger here and a bigger inside the line part of the base just to hit coming at you. Like, I don't know. Again, that's just like the nuance kind of single that could, happen for a guy, or like an infield hit. But again, singles are going to be probably happening a lot more too. Just no shift. Those roped 2 hoppers to right, it's going to be fielded by a right fielder now. Like, that guy's just going to get a knock.
Those the extra inning thing is the worst thing.
I agree. That's really bad. If you can't score a run, it's like you shouldn't be playing the game. I don't care how good pitching is.
It's like so stupid.
But that really is what it comes down to. Pitching's gotten so fucking good. What's the other thing you can do? You can move it back 5 feet. I mean, what?
2-1 games are the best games.
I disagree. A nice 5-6 game would be nice. A little more.
Those are B. Greg specials right there.
Certain 2-1 games can be sick to watch. If you got both guys chucking punchies,
exactly.
Like dude's just like 10, 11 Ks through like 7. That's pretty fun to watch. This dude's just carve.
But a lot of the time it was just guys pitching to contact and getting rollovers, fucking with the shift. It's like, I don't know. it's one of those things. I like it how it was, but I also see what they're doing. My thing is, I just don't know how many more people are going to watch because of a rule change. I don't think that's changing. 30 minutes off a game is changing your average person's will to want to watch baseball. It just kind of seems stupid. But yeah. Kev, did you go to Bellator?
Yeah, I was there on Friday.
God, there was nothing better. Where were you sitting?
Dude, I was like right on top, first row of some tunnel. I don't know where it would have, maybe like the away team came out, but it was facing where the Sharks, like Big Shark would have came down.
Dude, you were probably right above us. I was like 217, I think, or 227. I don't know, but right above where the Shark was. It wasn't there, but we were right below. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right there, first row. So like just sitting on a rail. So like people were coming in and out, like, I mean, just right underneath us like all night. But I mean, I guess I don't know if we're gonna get forward to it with like who was there. Should I wait for that or just talk about
yeah, you can if you'd like. Yeah.
Okay. So like when Nate came out, like Nate just walked out and we were like looking and we didn't notice. Like Nick noticed first. He's like, "Is that Nate Diaz?" And I'm like looking and I'm like, "Oh my God, that's gotta be." There's like 8 dudes surrounding him.
It was
like
crazy.
No one's walking through Bellator like that.
No.
Like,
but yeah,
as he was leaving, he was right in front of us. Like we could have photobombed a selfie, like diving over the railing maybe if we wanted. Like
sick.
We were right there.
Yeah, no, he drew a way bigger crowd than the fight itself. I mean, the main event was going on, and he was like standing up on like the on the side of the octagon right after, and they were going wild. Like no one gave a fuck. Like Benson Henderson was in the middle of retiring, and Nate Diaz goes and like puts his arms up, and the crowd goes wild. Benson Henderson thinks it's for him. It's for Nate Diaz. I wish I had it on camera because it was so fucking good. But yeah, that was my first time going to an MMA event live in God knows how long. And I didn't realize how important the walkouts were. The UFC needs to do more with those. Boog, what do you think about that? Should the UFC be doing bigger entrances for their walkouts? Because like Bellator, they have like a whole actual like ramp going up. It's more WWE style. Michael Venom Page came out to party in the USA. The crowd was going wild. What do you think?
I think it's kind of like that's Bellator style, a little WWE like. But I think the UFC is good. I wish they kind of had more freedom to, do more than just walk out in like the fighter kit,
Right.
Especially like the main event people. I mean, they let Adesanya do some shit, they let some shit fly. But yeah, I would say like kind of like more, the Tyson Fury of the world. Like they get carried out or something like that, or some sick Apollo Creed entrance.
Yeah, and that's kind of what like MVP. You could see like not that no one knew who he was. Obviously, people knew who he was, but like it was kind of dull. And then he came out, blasted that, and like every fan was on his side. It was sick. Roach was waiting for the walkouts to put money on fighters, and he was like 4 for 4. It was so funny.
Oh, that is amazing.
He's like, I got a good feeling, got to do it. But yeah, no, it was sick. But Kev, have you ever seen anything grosser in person than what happened to I forget the guy's knee, but the guy that MVP blew up his knee?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was there for when Connor.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Yeah, so when I was seeing that for the second time, because I remember the first time live, I was standing next to Boog, and Boog immediately called it. I mean, he was dialed in. He saw it, and he was like, he broke his leg. And I was like, no effing way. But it ended up happening. And then same thing when this dude, I mean, like MVP went and made the kick, and then like immediately he took the step back. I just like looked, and I'm like, broke his leg.
I thought I saw the same thing. I thought immediately he broke it. Because it happened so fast.
So fast into, but like on the retreat step, like I don't know, like Boog, like it might have just like instinctually something you saw. Like I just kind of felt like I had that like deja vu moment where it was like, oh shit, now I see it. Because I was maybe at like, I mean, I was right there, cage. It's like I said, first row. So I saw he was backing up towards my line of sight. And so I was right through that tunnel of cage, like that piece of fence, and just, I was like, it's over. And like I once I saw Paige, like Paige stopped, you know, like he even
Right.
and he could have. That ref was late.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
did
he
you
was.
see that?
Hey.
The replay? Dude, Paige could have came in and two popped him easily if he wanted. But yeah, dude, crazy. And it sucked because I was like, I wanted to watch MVP so bad.
Exactly.
Like, damn. Like just got kind of robbed.
That's kind of how I feel about the
Tough for the
Jones
guy.
fight too. Is like I wanted to see more. I'm glad it ended so quick, but it just was that one. I mean, the MVP was way quicker.
It's like
Yeah, it was
25 kicks. I'm like, dude, what the heck? Like first strike kind of shit. I'm
right.
like,
One kick to
come
the
on.
knee. And it like exploded. I think they said his patellar tendon, which is like
Mhm.
for
Ooh.
exactly. For a reference, that's what they shave down to use for your use or for your ACL. Like when you need an ACL, it's like the strongest tendon in your knee. It keeps everything in place. And just fucking ruptured it. It was so gross. But yeah, Boog, I forgot you guys were there at Conor McGregor. I don't know if we've talked about it on here. What went through your head the minute you saw that, or the second you saw that?
Well, I was obviously as nervous as you could ever be.
Right.
So I'm watching it, and I remember he's on the ground, and he's like getting kind of ground and pounded. And I remember looking at the clock, and like it was like in a weird position where like I couldn't really see the minute.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned to Ryan, and I go, "Does that say 41 or 141?" And he's like, 141. And I like literally like I just like sunk. I was like, oh fuck. And like kept going. But I like kind of take a little credit away from me. I started looking at the big screen because I was so nervous. So once like he went down, I knew he didn't get hit by a punch, but once he went down and like how he fell and then when he grabbed at his leg, I was like right away I knew broken leg or ACL. And then yeah, obviously what happened. But I mean, it was better than a knockout, I'd say, or a submission.
Right.
Like,
because that's just your body giving up on you. That's not you giving up. That's crazy though. That's, I mean, top 10 worst things to be at. The Conor McGregor super fan, fucking watching the old leg get snizzied.
I'll be
First round too.
Yeah.
That was a quick one.
Sick card. Other than that, though,
I saw Tuivasa knock out Greg Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Topuria.
Stephen Thompson and Gilbert Burns. People were booing, but I mean, just to watch those two fighters live, I was pumped. Gilbert's walkout had me absolutely bumping.
What does he come out to?
Oh, just some Brazilian, just sweet like rap thing, but it's just lively, and I'm like, okay, 100% Gilbert, let's maul him. Oh man, but yeah, no. Shout out those Zuma Gulov. First fight I ever watched, first guy I ever see win.
Wow, remember the name?
I don't think he's in the UFC anymore, but he was from. Yeah, I just remember
Zuma Gulov. I definitely not a hard.
Yeah, I remember. I think maybe one or two wins in the UFC, but yeah, Zumas. We were there early prelims, man. We were just riding.
I would say the highlight was taking a selfie with Addison Rae. Wow. And then I dapped her up, and it was just like the softest hand the man's ever felt. Wow.
You're a fucking weirdo. The fact that you know who she is crazy. The only reason I know is, again, Orochi with the TikTok. He kept us informed on all things TikTok at our house.
That guy is comedy.
He's the literal best. We went there, and then the next night we went to the Sharks game. Literally sat in like the same seats, just two different events. And then P-Hawk was there at both as well. Just another absolute ledge.
Bulldog
for life. Tyler Hawkins drove us. I mean Tyler
T-Hawk, that's the boy.
T-Hawk is the boy. Hooked it up fat beforehand. If you get what I'm saying. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Bellator, yeah, the main event. Usman. I mean, that question mark kick was probably the sickest thing I've ever seen live. Fell on his ass, but it landed so perfect. Yeah, it was an incredible card start to finish. Were you there for the early prelims, Kev?
I missed the first two fights.
So did you see the?
Sheesh.
I know what a
No, it was kind of planned. Like, I mean, I gotta have respect for the people I'm with, man. Like, they might not have that gas tank to just go bell to bell, and I respect it. Hey, I'm not even
Sheesh.
driving. Hey, easy. I got a free meal out of it. I was feeling good. But yeah, no. So we saw 8 out of the 10.
that's
So I
pretty
think,
good.
yeah, I think the first two were knockouts, but then it was like 4 or 5 decisions in a row.
So did you
Or
see the
something.
guy get put to sleep then, or was that might have been the second fight of the night?
I think I missed.
Yeah, a
Yeah, I
guy
missed.
literally rear naked
Yeah.
got put to sleep. Sleep. It was sick.
Man.
The ref gave it the old pick up and drop, and he's
Wow.
Those ones are always crazy.
I know it was kind of sick because it was another AKA guy that won that fight. So the crowd was going bonkers. But yeah, no, it was good stuff. Bellator. Let's move into UFC. There's been a couple cards since we last talked. I just want to briefly touch on the 285 card. I think we should talk about Valentina. Boog, initial thoughts on Valentina, no longer the champ.
Did I call that? I think I said something.
Unfortunately,
But
I think you did.
just one quick thing on the Bellator, the main event, that Usman
Right.
guy, he's AKA Khabib and all them. Did it smell at SAP at all? Like it's
No.
like rotten cheese or something like
You're the worst.
that.
No, it did not. Dude, it was honestly one more thing
Smelling
about
like
that
gold, baby. Who's got that belt, man?
Kev, were you watching
Who?
were you watching afterwards when they were taking pictures? Usman was taking pictures with like just his corner, and then like one after another there was like 10 guys with all the Dagestani beards were hopping over the fences to get in the picture too. It was like they were taking the picture, and then you see one guy hop in, and then like wait up, 2 more came in, and then like the in-ring guys were like trying to stop him. They were just like, "Fuck
Jesus.
you!" Like hopping
No
over
one's
the
after
guys.
us, man.
It was so good. But just a classic Dagestani moment. There was like ended up being like 12 of them in the picture. So probably Boog. It probably did stink for you down there.
Unshowered fucking chicken jaws.
Jesus H. I don't even know how you move on from that. John Jones.
UFC 285, yeah.
285.
Alexa Grasso. Viva la Mexico. Cabrones.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Is Mexico the new I don't know what you say, I mean, we had the 3 champs from Africa. Now we have the 3 champs from Mexico. Do you think we see more of that coming out of Mexico in the future? I mean, in the upcoming future, I feel like there's a bunch more guys coming in. What are your thoughts right away? Boog Meek.
Donna.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Donna going. I think they're saying International Fight Week Yair. So maybe like he gets to win and then you do a big Mexico card, but that might be a quick turnaround for him.
Yeah, that would be, I mean, pretty quick turnaround. But if they did a Mexico card with 3 champions or even 2 of them on there, the Alexa Grasso rematch, that would be crazy in Mexico. But Kev, what do you think of Valentina? You think she ends up getting this back?
It's interesting because I don't know Valentina through a whole lot of true adversity. But I don't know. I mean, again, if it comes down to it and we got to pick this rematch, I'm probably going to go with Valentina again. Like I'd still, have some confidence, but I mean, it was into a spinning attack that Grasso immediately came in and just capitalized and really ended the fight. You mitigate the spinning attack, you might not have put yourself in that vulnerable of a spot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I mean, good fight. Grasso's a stud, and I mean, definitely pumped. Like I think that's the good fight, the right fight. Like definitely Valentina earns a shot, immediate rematch. Not gonna put her up against anyone else. So yeah, Mexico would be dope though for that card. That'd be sick.
Yeah, definitely. And there's nothing sicker than when you see like a person training for an exact move and then hitting it in the fight. Like they were working on that spin. When she throws the spin, fucking capitalize, take the back and go. But yeah, no, that was crazy. I did not see that coming. That busted a lot of people's parlays too. But Turner
Or
Meeker
made 'em.
had it, or made him a lot of money. Turner Meeker called it though. And then after that fight, we had old Bones doing work. He looked not as fast as he's ever been, but I mean, got kicked in the old nards right out of the gate, and then looked to dominate from there. Boog, never mind. You go. You do your thing.
Sorry.
Kev, how do you think the Stipe fight goes? I mean, that's got to be the next on the table, right?
For sure. I gotta know Stipe's weight. You know, if he's on
That's
par
big.
with John Jones, okay. But if he's like, you know, under 240,
Mhm.
John Jones, like that's just gonna be, you know, you can say it was a like questionable takedown to get Cyril to the ground, but if John's just that big on you, he's gonna get you down.
Yeah.
You know, and then from there, that's the trouble, like how to get up. Like, so your best chance is to just not get there, but tall task even then. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just maybe I'm not. I feel like I'm not giving Stipe enough credit. Like I got to watch Stipe film because I just think Jones is going to smash. I just think Jones is going to win by a finish.
I think the exact same. I see Boog over there shaking his head. A big Stipe fan. Boog, what are your thoughts? Is John able to eliminate Stipe like he's done with everyone else, or is Stipe a different walk in the park?
Serial Gone had no business in that fight.
That's
The moment
true.
was too big. John Jones was too big. We're talking about the heavyweight GOAT. No Fedor, no DC, no Kane, no AKA, Stipe Miocic, Croatia, Cleveland, Ohio. So I hope that we go to it. We witness it live. The one L that will be on John Jones' official record, the official L. It might be two, but there will be one official L. And I said Stipe in 4. I got Stipe in 1.
Oh my God. You're not even realistic about it. That's the worst part. I honestly I think Jones finishes it inside 3. I don't where is Stipe better than John?
Striking, wrestling, defense. He's been a wrestler. He got taken down by DC, got back up, and then there was a standing fight for the rest of the time.
Well,
And then
DC
DC
got
said
taken down by John and didn't get back up. So
yeah, he did. Well, the second fight did. They're saying Stipe's 255 rock solid, like just
Okay.
and
And
he
that makes
looks
it way more even in my mind, knowing if
Anthony
he actually
Smith.
is that high.
Anthony Smith said he's just been quietly getting bigger and bigger this time off.
I hope so. He looked ready. Like when they panned over to him right after the fight and he was like, let's fucking go. I forget what he said, but he mouthed it twice. But he looks game as ever. He's not shying away from the fight. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I'm excited. And they said that's going to be International Fight Week, right?
Yeah. With Volk and Yair. Fingers crossed those guys all stay healthy. Get to see that. That'd be sick.
That is crazy. That might be real expensive. But I'd be down to go. I think we should, but let's look into tickets as soon as they go on sale. Fuck it. We'll just, even if we have to day trip, I don't even give a fuck. We know someone out there we can stay with. I'm sure.
I mean,
Uncle Chad?
Is Uncle Chad out in Vegas?
He is out in Vegas.
Uncle Chad, that's 100%. I haven't seen him in forever, but he owes me for traumatizing him with his son banging Todd's face into a snowplow machine.
Amazing.
Johnny, God, what's Johnny up to? Just give us a quick update.
I'm not sure what he's doing. I think he went to school. Could be working security or somewhere, but I'm not sure. But he's on Twitter and he tweets a lot about the Niners and
Oh yes, I'm gonna have to follow.
he talks about, or he reminds me of his father, and it's comedy. I love it.
That is so good. I honestly think that might be the last time I ever saw him was at Jake's that fateful night. We'll have to have Todd on to tell the story. We gotta have both sides of that. But yeah, no, that's Bones. I honestly I think the heavyweights in the best shape it's been in a long time. Honestly, like Cyril Gane losing is probably not the best thing for it. Because he would have been a nice champ, but honestly, that opens up a lot of decent fights. Aspinall's coming back. I'm excited to see what they do with Blades.
He's already booked.
That's what I mean if he wins.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Who's
I don't know.
fighting?
Volkov. Oh,
Sergey Pavlovich.
yeah.
That guy's, if he gets
The
past
truth.
Blades, he's gonna take the belt. Jones don't want that guy.
I wouldn't want that guy. Is he the polar bear? Is that what they call him?
No.
That's
Yeah.
Spivak. That's right.
That's the
He
guy
was the
who
backup fighter though for this Jones Gone.
Which I would have, if I was John Jones, I'd been like, if no backup fighter, if Gane's not fighting, I'm not fighting. Like, fuck that. Could you imagine training for Gane
when
and getting
I
him?
was freaking tape without tape on his toes.
Oh, that was a moment. Jeez, I was not cool about that. I'm like, these guys have raps. Let John get tape. We're here to finish. Get out of my way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get why he can't. Like, if he would have put a sleeve over it, he would have been fine. But they let him keep the toe tape on. That's the one he broke with old Shale.
Yeah. He
Which
said that in the post fight too. He's like,
Yeah.
they don't let me tape my toes. We're not doing this.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's, I feel like it's got to be healed by now. I mean, that was fucking 10 years ago.
Might just be mental at this point.
For sure.
Right.
Is.
Oh yeah.
For sure is. Then the last fight I want to talk about that isn't 286 is Merab versus Jan. What do we do with either of these guys? I feel like both of them are kind of. Merab doesn't want to fight his teammate. Jan is lost his last four. I think
Maybe three.
Oh,
It's 4 of his last 5, but yeah.
but still,
Whatever, yeah.
3 of his last 4, I think.
3 of his. Oh, okay, yeah, then it'd been. But still, where does Jan go from here? Boog, you got any ideas?
Well, I mean, first of all, let's just point out how much better it was being at that Vegas spot than the Apex. I mean, crowd was live. It kind of gave the old school vibes they were saying.
Right
Just
on
so
top
much
of each
better.
other.
So I mean, there wasn't 10,000 or however many thousand people there, but there was good 3,000, 2,000 people there, maybe 1,000, but just a good vibe. We can buy tickets, but I was very devastated to see Jan lose. Kind of just came out flat, didn't really look himself. Tough to deal with that pressure. But I think there's a bunch of fights out there for him, Hopefully they can get him into a striker. Like, I know Rob Font's booked, but maybe like him or Dominic Cruz or
Ooh,
Cody would be a tough one for Cody.
that's
but
tough for Codes.
Yeah, that's like a fight for him. But somewhere in like the maybe 5 to 8 range, 5 to 9 range.
If Cheeto loses to Corey Sandhagen,
I honestly either
the
of
time
those
schedule
guys,
could line
fuck it.
up.
Right
But
there,
he's got if he doesn't lose, because I mean, he can't do Sandhagen again.
yeah.
I mean, fuck it, you can. That's
For
the
a
thing.
contender,
Like,
that'd be a true eliminator.
honestly, the Sugar Sean fight might make the most sense. I would hate that for Sugar. I wouldn't want him to fight him again, but he beat him, but not handedly. I mean, does Merab jump Sean now that he beat Jan? I mean, decisively? Or what goes on there?
Yeah, she didn't beat Jan at his game though.
I mean, yeah, but he still destroyed him. The numbers are crazy on that fight. I mean, and it has to be said, Jan's takedown D was pretty fucking good. When you look at the stats, it's really not that bad. It's just the numbers that he threw out there were crazy. Yeah, Kev, what do you think does Sugar Sean get jumped? Where does Merab go?
I mean, I think Suge's in a unique spot versus all of these other contenders because of the name value. He's clearly like next in line or can pick his shot You know, like they're not going to back him in and say, sure, you're going to do this. Like he just signed an 8-fight deal. Like they're clearly like working on the same page. So Suge's in whatever spot he wants to go in, you know, but it's what happens with these other guys. Like, I mean, with Cheeto and Corey, Sandhagen Vera, I mean, that's a big one. Because if you get Cheeto who gets the jump, like Cheeto's calling for the belt. Cheeto's calling for Aljo.
Cheeto Merab.
That's what I mean. But Cheeto, I mean, do you have to throw Cheeto to Merab? Like, then maybe
That's an eliminator.
Do you do a Suge Cheeto 2? Because now you can actually do it. A Suge Cheeto 2 would be okay right now. But if you,
I mean, Suge holds out for the belt.
You could probably do that. But I mean, I guess if Cheeto has to take the Merab, I mean, someone's going to have to do it. Someone's going to have to fight Merab. But if I'm Cheeto and I go out and do something sick to Sandhagen and my reward is Merab, I'm going to be kind of pissed.
Not quite the reward.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that would be a tough guy. Like, you could, I mean, Dominic Cruz for that one is gambling. That's too high. But I don't know who it is, though. I don't know. But Merab's, I mean, Dana said he wasn't really too keen on it, low key. But I don't know. I don't think that it actually put them against each other. But yeah, I don't know.
Now, what would it take you guys to fight your teammate? Are you in the camp of, hey, if it's for a belt, I'll fight whoever, it's life-changing money? Or are you a loyalty, hey, I'm not fighting anyone on my team unless, like Rampage and John, they fucking kind of split ways, and then that made that fight easy. But they, I don't think, wanted to split ways. I think it was almost forced upon them because Jones was going to fight for the belt regardless of what happened. But where do you guys stand on that? Boog Meek?
Close, like a best friend, someone who's like been with you like since the beginning. No, but
I don't know who.
Are you saying how much it would take me, or like what my stance is on it?
Yeah, I guess both. I mean, are you? I guess one leads into the other. How much would it take you?
If you're giving me over $1 million, probably fighting. But like, it's just like I kind of like the Colby route where like let's just fake a beef and
and it's like you almost don't even need to do that because Usman and Gilbert, I mean, they weren't super close, but they didn't have to like fake anything. It was a lot of respect. But
I did like 200 buys.
That's the other thing. It doesn't really sell. Yeah, I guess you could fake a beef.
I was in the Apex, bro. Jesus.
I think we saw the Apex might be done.
What from who?
Kev, what are you doing though? Are you fighting? Let's say Boog Meek's coming up, but you guys both started fighting 5 years ago. Sparring partners for the last 3.5. I mean,
Kev knows where that neck's going. Right in there.
No, I mean, God, I mean, unless it's like maybe my tightest homie, I'd have to think about it. But anyone else, I'm in.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like, I mean, even if it's my closest friend, I'm like, dude, I'm fighting. Like, let's go. You know, like, this is our job. We got matched together. Like, you know, I'm not saying no. Like, I'm signing. So if you don't, you're a bitch. So let's get it on.
See,
like,
and I think that's what happened with Jones and Rampage. And then once they were like, one of them decided yes, it's kind of forces the other hand. How do you split those coaches up though? Let's say you had the same coaches. You flip a coin, see who gets the head coach. And
I don't know. Honestly, I would probably go with maybe seniority at the gym. If I would be cool with that. If you've been there longer than me,
right?
Like, you know, I would say you get first cracks or first time. Like if I can't find a coach or something like that, but you know, I'd say if I've been in the game and I know maybe another place I could go, like I feel way more confident in doing that. But just like this is gonna be like my one respect to you is that I'll let you stay here because you've been here longer than I am. I'll leave, but I'm taking this fight. Like, see you in 8 weeks, bro. Let's get it.
You can always put Verttori in your corner, old Mike Perry style. Get your girlfriend to be on the bucket. But yeah, there are those fights. I quickly wanted to go over 286. I don't want to talk about him too much because we are going to be watching along, and I feel like it'll leave us a little bit to talk about as we go.
Jim, can I just say,
Yes.
I was watching Slap Fight this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I think we go all in and get Jim right to Saudi Arabia and get him on the fucking
yes.
like.
I'm telling tell me some of those guys that look bitch made. I mean it's crazy.
It'd be hard to watch you do that, but like I'll hold the pad in Pismo and just have you fucking rip it.
Yeah. Well, dude, let's do it. I'll bring the pads and we'll take turns. We'll all give it a power slap and see. I don't have a force register, but I want to see. Oh God, I forgot.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna pop a roadie, dude. No way.
Fucking you guys.
I got mentally game 1 Sunday, man. I can't pop the cup.
Well, I'll do it. I'll post the video. I'll give it a nice power step. I mean, I don't want to say I have a chin because I've never been hit. But John's dropped some bows on me in my life. I'm not going to lie. Tuck Bakes one time, he dropped the hardest bow I've ever had and like just ate it. Didn't even faze me. So if I can take that, I think I could take a slap. The fuck out of here. But 286, like I said, we're going to try and do a watch along. It should be no issue. We'll figure it out one way or another.
Let's go. That's going to be sick.
I know. Can't wait. But I wanted to talk a little bit just about the main card. First, we got Jack Shore versus Makwan Amirkhani. Excited about this one. Boog, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the aerial. Kev, I don't know if you saw it as well. Jack Shore cheating in darts. That's the kind of guy I like. You know what I mean? He's a Welshman like myself, cheating at all costs. And he's playing darts in his room. It means nothing. And he's cheating to win. But what are your first thoughts on this fight? You like Shore here or the old Makwan?
I mean, I gotta go Makwan, but I mean, kind of side note, Makwan did follow me once on Twitter.
Really? I didn't know that.
I can't remember.
Was that after Connor followed you?
Yes. The SBG
I think I remember this.
Probably thought I was a fighter, but yeah. So no longer does, but yeah. But after what transpired on Monday, I mean. I thought I'm not just saying this, but like I kind of thought it was off, but like didn't really like think anything of it. But like when I like went back and like watched when they were like, we have some controversy, and like Ariel's reaction and like he starts cracking up, like one of the all-time videos, one of the all-time moments I've seen on MMA Hour when there's been a lot of tremendous moments.
It was really funny. Well, I just want to explain real quick what happened. So they're playing, Ariel's got big into darts because of the whole, that viral video that went around. And so he was playing Jack Shore. Jack Shore throws his first dart and misses by a good inch and a half, misses the target, and he goes to the top of the board above the 20. And then he throws 2 more and they go to score it. And he puts his hand over the camera and he pretends he doesn't know how to flip it. And then he's like, oh, how do I flip? Oh, I figured it out. And it took him like 6 seconds. And then he cuts back to the dartboard and his dart has clearly moved like a good 3-4 inches. And it's like not even close. But like Boog said, it was fucking all time. So funny.
It was comedy.
Yeah. But he's fighting, Makwan. Best Tapology picture in the game, Makwan Amirkhani. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but
I haven't seen it.
It's I'll post it in here. It's him surrounded by 8 models. That's his that's his Tapology picture. Just a classic. But yeah, he's kind of in a must-win situation right now. I feel he's kind of let's see, he's 1-4 in the last 5.
He's been last 3 London cards. He's been on them.
Right. And I think they're trying to do him some favors, getting him in front of a home crowd, but just hasn't been able to get it done.
Finland.
Sick.
Shout out.
But Kev, what do you think about that fight? Where do you see it going? We got Makwan as a plus 350 dog here.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I was kind of thinking Jack Shore is going to be looking for finish here. that's just kind of how I would see it or predict it. Would be Jack Shore by finish. I'm gonna go sub. Usually Jack Shore's game, but if I'm gonna score it, that's how I'd go. I'm looking for Shore. Yeah, that plus 350. I was thinking to myself like, this is uneven. So
Right.
plus 350 sounds about right, but we'll see with Makwan. But I'm going with Shore.
Love that. And yeah, Shore's moving up in weight too, so not going to be sucked down as much, which it might mean that Makwan's a little bit bigger come fight time, but I mean, I think being sucked down and having that out of you is maybe more important than the weight itself. But I like that. Shore with the sub. And we're going to be putting bets on these so we can get something to root for. Get some good money.
Let's go. Coming for you, Kev. I already looked at the donut menu.
Wow, can't wait. And it's a 2 p.m. card. Don't forget, if you're listening to this, 2 p.m.
10 p.m. Early prelims, right?
10 a.m. Yes.
Juliana Miller, sexy queen, starting it off.
I honestly
wow.
don't
So
even
do you
know
want
who
to be
that
in
is.
attendance for first early pre?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All
We're
right.
waking up at 7:30 to the Dones, baby.
Oh my word.
Okay,
Okay, let's get after it.
7:30 to the Dones. Love that. Next fight: Marvin Verttori versus Boog's boy, Roman Dolidze. Boog, or let's go, Kev. Kev, where do we see this going? First off,
Well, if you can revert back down to the Trough Talk videos, I was talking big time at the award show on Roman Dolidze. Was my male fighter of the year.
yes, sir.
Here it is, first quarter, 2023. Looking to piggyback off of Verttori. I'm going with my boy Dolidze. I don't know, man. Verttori scares me. Massive, strong,
Just a fat head.
durable, just ready to fight. He's down. It's 15 minutes. That's a walk in the park. You're not gonna outpace Vettori. Like you can maybe stay with him, but you're not gonna beat him. He's just a dog, But I think we're gonna see just a little bit more skill from Dolidze, and I think that little bit more skill is gonna add up over time. I think Dolidze is gonna win this fight, but a little biased, not gonna lie. But I love Vettori. I love the way he's always gonna be in a good fight because he's just gonna bring that out of the other guy. If not, you're gonna get trucked. Like it's just how he is. He's just a bulldog like that. And, I resonate with guys like that. I like that fight style.
Yeah, and especially since he's been sparring with Strickland more and they're becoming butt buddies. It's like, he's been putting in the fucking hard rounds in between fights.
Hell yeah, he's ready to go.
Ready to go. But yeah, that was your boy, Dolidze. I mean, you predicted him being your fighter of the year. So this is, like you said, big first one of the year for you. But he's I think this is his third fight in 5 months or something along those lines. So he's active.
Yeah, he's just riding momentum.
Exactly.
He was my 2022 guy, but yeah, we got to see. But yeah, he's got to get the dub, man. Otherwise, I'm just getting flamed on that one, huh? Holy cow.
We'll let you know. Boog, what are your thoughts? I know you're a Dolidze guy. You're a Cheyenne Buys guy. You're Roman. You're Georgian through and through. But what do we think of this fight? Is your Italian blood coming through?
That's what I got. I got Marvin Verttori.
Nice.
The Italian dream, putting on for Marquisio, Cali. Ryan, hi, Kev. I respect Fighter of the Year, but you can't go against our colors, man. You can't go against our colors.
Always finds a way to pin it. Oh, boy. Good Lord.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Vettori. Just the experience. Yeah. The Italian Yoel Romero.
I like that. And I mean, he's only lost to champs recently too. It was been Adesanya and Bobby Nux. So and I feel like the shitty thing, he's kind of at a point in time where it's like, I feel like any other time he would be a champion, but he came in at a shitty era for him. And so it's just tragic mistiming. But I like Vettori here too. He is, let's see, he's minus 300, which is bigger than I thought. Plus 185 for Dolidze. No, plus 230 for Dolidze. But yeah, I guess guess we'll see. I'm not exactly sure why he is such a favorite, but I guess been there and done that. I would like to see this be a 5-round. The UFC's got to start doing more 5 rounds. This one, like you said, Kev, it's going to go so quick. And both of these guys are going to be championship contenders. I mean, one already was. But I'd like to see him get more under the belts. Fuck it, why not?
That's big odds though, right there, man. Like you said, I was kind of surprised. Plus 230 for Roman.
Right.
God, they just think he's gonna outpace him and just smash.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening. I think it's gonna be a lot closer than Vegas thinks. That might be solid value there though.
Decent.
Yeah. The next we got old Goonie boy, Gunnar Nelson versus Bryan Barberena. Kev, you think Barberena throws bombs and able to get Gunnar down, or is the footwork of Nelson too good?
I am hoping that Barberena can hit the button.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be that way for a Barberena win, because he's pretty fun to watch when he's in stand up for sure. Nelson's been off for what, 3 years, something like that.
I think so. He's had a long layoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't worn Venom.
But I don't know.
Hasn't worn Venom. Wow.
Dang. But pick. I'm just gonna lean Barberena. Just more so because I want to see it. I'm not really tied to either guy, but I'll go Barberena.
Love that. Now, are you ready for me to tell you the odds?
Sure, it's gonna be nasty, isn't it?
He's plus 300.
Goodness gracious, I'm just a value boy here today.
I like that. I was gonna say that's a value parlay. We were going crazy in Pismo. But like you said, he's got the power. If he just got to put it on the button and the lights are going out. But it's just a matter if he can. Boog, what are your thoughts? You're the Gunner guy, or is it Tay Meek?
Both of us, big gunny guys. Don't think his sit down up's gonna be too good. I think it's gonna be too flowy. Too flowy for Barberena. In and out. I think he's gonna hurt him on the feet. I think he's gonna get him down in the second round. I think he's gonna land a big elbow and cut him open and submit him.
You think Barberena does that? You think Gunnar Nelson is too?
Yeah, Icelandic.
I thought you were saying he's too flowy in a bad way.
No. Too flowy. Just
yeah, exactly. Mixing it up. I like that, and that's kind of his game.
Kevin the Sheets.
Is this true, Kev? Can we get confirmation?
No,
Gunny in the sheets.
Maybe on live stream if I had a couple of days.
He's Charles. Yeah.
Give us a taste of the Portuguese.
We're still doing that video, Kev.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that, low key.
Yeah, brush up.
I know, right?
Love it. Well, you guys are split there too. Like that. Yeah, I don't know where I go. I would like to see Nelson win. I feel like it does more for his career than it does for Barberena's right now. But again, who really knows? Barberena could, with one big knockout, he could be the next big thing. And he has the ability to have a highlight reel knockout, especially against Nelson. There's that one. And then we got the last two, the co-main. Again, would love to see more 5-rounders. Not seeing it here. But we got Fiziev versus Gaethje. And Gaethje is an underdog here. You think that's the right call out of Vegas? A decent dog, too, at plus 180. It's not just like a plus 120.
I'm really torn on this fight. Because, Gaethje's been in the fire with the best. It's a striking battle, which, he's a striker.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if he can make it wild, he can kind of get Fiziev out of there. If it's more technical, Fiziev has the advantage, but I don't know, because I feel like if it's wild, Fiziev could still land in the fray. So
for sure.
I literally don't know. I think I'm gonna leave Fiziev because Gaethje's a bitch. So
that's one reason. Kev, what are you thinking? Fiziev, Gaethje?
I like Fiziev's striking style. I look for Fiziev to kick the shit out of Gaethje's legs. If you go back and watch him when he beat up Riddell, he beat the tar out of his legs and just smashed him like he's a kickboxer.
Right.
So I think he's gonna have, or a lot of Muay Thai, excuse me.
Muay Thai, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be a huge factor. I mean, those leg kicks are gonna hurt, and I think they can add up over time to where you could see Fiziev capitalize just because Gaethje might not have that movement. And yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna lean kind of like Boog here. Like I'm leaning Fiziev anyway, because I think there's just gonna be more technical. But again, Gaethje has the ability, and Fiziev will play in. Fiziev wants it.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll smell blood. He'll play with you. That he's into it. So it's gonna be. I mean, that's gonna be just a hell of a co-main. You look at that fight and it can't flop, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be it's 3 rounds, like you said, man. Whew, that is gonna be a wild 15, man. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, definitely. And like both you guys said, Fiziev's way crispier. Boog, I like what you said. Gaethje's got to turn it into a war. If it's gonna be his fight, it's gonna be dirty. I still have never understood why he doesn't utilize his wrestling more. If there's any fight to do it, I feel like this is gonna be the one. Fiziev's way better in the clinch game, in my opinion, and I feel like Gaethje could use that to work some takedowns. Is he going to do it? No. And I think we all know he's not going to do it, but just crazy. But yeah, I think I like Fiziev here too. Gaethje's just, I think he's too strong for his own good. He's going to sit there. He's going to get leg kicked. He's not going to check him, and he's just going to he's going to wear him. It's going to be fine for 2 rounds. And I think in the third, he gets taken out of there. But I like that. A little consensus on Fiziev. Minus 240. So again, not the best value, but shit. If he wins, that's still nice. And then the last fight, main event, pound for pound, headshot, Leon Edwards, nice, versus Kamaru Usman. Edwards opens up. Or I'm not sure exactly what he opened up. Right now, he's plus 200. Usman's minus 250. Boog, off the top, who's winning?
Well, first, I wonder if Usman's going to go back to the bed sheets for the press conference. Maybe that'll give him like more mojo. But I'm going to go with Usman. I think, or no.
Wow.
What the?
Clip it. He said it. Usman for Boog. Kev. Now, Kev, who are you taking?
I'm gonna go with Leon Rocky Edwards. I think when you're as old as Usman and you take a knockout like Usman took, like Valentina, she got choked out. She made a mistake, but she didn't get head kicked to where, you literally wake up in the hospital and you have no idea how you got there. Like that sort of stuff changes people. Like people don't really put that in perspective sometimes. They think, oh, he was winning, he's winning the fight first 4 rounds, or he didn't win the first round, but he was controlling the fight on his way to a victory. But when you get it reminds me of Chuck Liddell, like when Rashad Evans just nuked him into oblivion. It's just like
a new person.
Yeah,
especially at that age too, like you're saying, he's not old, but older for a fighter, and he's coming back for 6 months, I think it is. So that's like the exact long time he was suspended for. You usually see most guys taking 9 months. I think Izzy took longer, almost a year, in his first Bejeda knockout in kickboxing. And he was a young guy. So it's like, I just completely agree with you. I don't know what Usman we're seeing. If we're seeing Usman of old, it's hard to pick against, but with Edwards' confidence building up as well, he's going to be letting go of shit way more this time. He knows he didn't get knocked out. He had a takedown. Yeah, it was a surprise, but got him to the mat nonetheless.
And he's doing the elevation, like he was saying, that was like a big thing of why he like messed up, and he's never lost in London. So I'm excited to see if he's
It's a good call.
as good as he says.
No, I like that. And like the elevation thing is huge. I mean, Utah's crazy. We saw it at a Rockhold. I mean, it really drains people. But Kev, what are you thinking?
I mean, I like Usman, to be honest. If I'm going to pick a winner, I guess out of the gate, I think, I don't know. I mean, I agree with a lot of the points you guys just threw out there about Usman, but elevation or not, right now he was doing a pretty good job in that fight. Was definitely up on scorecards. I mean, he had an opportunity to win, given the head kick, but we'll see. I mean, I think as well as Leon having the ability to kind of rise to this moment, people maybe have kind of forgot who Usman is. Like, this guy knows how to rise to a moment. Like,
for sure,
we're gonna see the best Usman. Like, I just don't think we're gonna get that twisted unless we have a hidden injury that we don't know about.
Well, but his hand, that's the other thing I was going to ask. His hand has been injured. What happens? He breaks his hand round 1 again. Then it turns into a smother fest, right? I mean, I think if Usman wants to wrestle Leon, I think he handedly beats him. But again, I don't think he's going to.
I think he would. I think that's going to be a main piece. I think that might be something he would look to almost maybe even early, just to kind of get a feeler, see what's happening.
Right.
Make Leon exactly like you're saying, if Leon's feeling it and just letting it fly, Usman can shoot underneath and find something, something like, I mean, I feel like he'd be savvy enough to at least do that. But yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, I like 100% Usman, which I think that's what we're going to see. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a great fight. I'm a Leon fan, but I'm going Usman.
Love it. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see Edwards win it. I do. Just for Boog's sake, I think it would be good. And for old Colby's sake, it would be a nice change at the top. So, yeah, I don't know. Edwards would be nice. I do think it's going to be hard to beat Usman though. Like if you said, if he's 100%, hard to pick against. That might be one where we wait to see the walkout to put money on. Because the eyes, they never lie with Usman, man.
They're already on, man. They're on embeddeds, bro. If you've watched them.
Yeah, I did watch him right before.
He's ready, man.
Intense.
I will say this. If Usman wins, he'll retire.
I was thinking about that, and I was thinking maybe either way he might retire. Because what happens if he loses? He's not going to fight for the belt relatively soon, and how many fights does he have left in him? So it'd be like maybe he doesn't retire and just prays to God Colby gets his hands on the strap again or someone. But I don't see where he goes if Leon does hold on to it. But yeah, that's a good point. I could definitely see that happening. But yeah, shit, there it is. Another one in the bag, folks. Hopefully, actually not hopefully, we'll definitely see you back Saturday, 2 p.m. Is the main card. I'm not sure. We might get on a little bit before that too. You've been hitting the gym, Boog? Shit.
Gotta look good for the summer and that, baby.
Love that. Maybe we'll be on before doing the whatchamacallit prelims. Maybe Friday night we'll stream something live, check everything out. Yeah. Thanks again, guys, for doing this.
Maybe a Lakers Mavericks the last.
That's what I'm saying. Or when's the tournament games? Tournament starts this weekend too. So
starts Thursday, right? Thursday,
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, Thursday,
Probably
Friday.
all weekend.
So maybe we'll put down some bets and watch games too. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I want to do a stream before just to make sure we got all the kinks ironed out. But appreciate you guys doing this.
For Saturday or for Friday.
What?
The proper Irish apple.
The proper Irish. I will not be touching that. I will have some of the other greenery. Until next time, folks. Peace out.